Please, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual meeting notice was sent to the press, the Down Beach Current posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, on the municipal website, filed in the office of the municipal clerk. Will you take a second to turn off electronic equipment, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to take a second.
Thank you.
Johanna, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Becker?
Here.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Here.
Commissioner Blumberg?
I'm here.
Seeing there are no items listed on the agenda for discussion, we will go right to department head reports. Frank, I think you're the only department head here, so why don't you start?
My pleasure. There is a storm developing out in the Atlantic, and we are keeping an eye on it. I was notified by Lonnie today in the police department, and I have been watching it for a couple days, and hopefully it stays south of us. Our beaches, again, are in great shape. We've been working hard on them 7 days a week, and knock on wood, we haven't had hardly any complaints. We're very busy, doing a lot of utility work, and that's all I have for today.
Thank you, Frank. Chief?
I'm actually helping Lonnie help Frank keep an eye on the storm. So, other than that, everything is good.
Thank you. Rich?
I want to indicate to the public that we took bids on the Sandy project's second phase. If you recall, we were awarded major grants, 9 different grants after the Sandy storm, and we took bids on Tuesday, and 4 different companies bid. Key Engineers from Berlin, New Jersey, T&M Engineers from Middletown, Remington and Vernick from Pleasantville, and Mazer Consulting from Red Bank. And they bid on 4 different projects: 1, the master plan development; 2, economic development plan; 3, a sustainable community plan; and 4, the zoning ordinance. Now, the zoning ordinance would be revised and developed subsequent to, but right after the master plan is ultimately approved. The master plan and zoning ordinance review are required by the state. That has nothing directly to do with Sandy. However, because of the Sandy money, we're going to end up saving money because they will pay for these studies. It's intended that there'll be an award of these contracts in September, and the project will take 6 to 9 months to complete. Several projects, the 4 projects. In addition, I'll just report to the public that all 3 of our major labor contracts, actually four labor contracts, were 3-year contracts, and they end on December 31st, 2015. So all 4 organizations, unions, associations have been in contact with me, which is required by law for them to do before a certain date. And we're going to begin those negotiations on September 1st, and we'll carry on for the next several months. I'd like to report publicly that we've finished our discussions with the gas company relative to Phase 1 that took place last winter. There'll be a Phase 2 that'll take place this fall and winter. But a lot of our roads were disturbed during that Phase 1 phase, and the vast majority, virtually more than 90% of the roads that were disturbed will be either through the gas company or through the city's road program be resurfaced beginning in September and completing before the end of the year. So a lot of that disruptive activity that took place last winter will be totally corrected by the end of this year. But Phase 2 will be starting from the gas company as well, and that will be starting in the fall. We'll have more information on our website and at future commission meetings. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Rich. Scott, do you have anything?
Just briefly, Mayor, we're still moving a little slowly but surely moving forward towards our dredging project. Commissioner Amadeo and I will be meeting with several representatives of the DEP as well as representatives of Summers Point in an effort to try to move forward our dredging desires for the city of Margate. That will be August 28th in Summers Point. And basically, that's what I have.
Thank you, Scott. Johanna?
I have nothing to report.
Marty?
I'm good.
John?
Mayor, I just wanted to mention Chief Tabasso left. He was in our prior meeting, and he wanted me to mention about the Margate City Beach Patrol hosting the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships last Friday night. It was a great night here in Margate. My guess would be there would be probably 3,000 people on the beach viewing the races, and that helps our local businesses out. We hosted, the race went well, very well orchestrated, so my compliments go out to our leadership at the Beach Patrol and along with our guards. It was a very, very close race. All the finishes, either the swim or the singles or the doubles, were all within seconds of each other, the top finishers. Unfortunately, we finished second. Avalon had won, so next year they will host the South Jersey Championships. So this Friday are the Gowdy rescue races, which are great for spectators because it's all within 1,800 foot of the beach, so you can view everything. So I would just tell anybody interested that likes to watch rescue drills, it's a thrill, and we're going to put our teams in there, and it's a competitive situation. So with that, that's all I have to say, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have one thing to bring up. After much thought and some help, I'm going to be making a recommendation that Margate change its carpet pickup ordinance. First, I'd like to thank Frank for all your help, Frank. You've been a real prince. We have worked out a system where we will be, once again, picking up carpet. There'll be certain restrictions as to the type, but regular household carpet will be picked up, and it will also be able to be dropped off at the city yard when the yard is open. Margate will store it and ship it to the ACMUA, and it is of very, very little cost to the city. We pay now for a dumping fee. If a person from Margate takes carpet to the MUA, they list it and weigh it. We in Margate, the city of Margate pays that tipping fee. The tipping fees are $50 a ton. To give you an idea, we've only taken over, I think it's less than 3 tons all year. So it's not a great expense to the city. We'll be paying the same tipping fees, whether we take it or the individual takes it. It's just a great service, I think, to the people of Margate, and as soon as we get that worked out, and if it gets approval of the commission, we will begin. Anything else?
Great job.
Is there anything else? Anyone else? Fred?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Fred's good. Okay, at this point, we'll open to public comment. 3 minutes on any of the items that were discussed here today.
Sewell, 22 West Drive. A question for our esteemed solicitor. When he's talking about the dredging, if I recall correctly, there was state funding according to Commissioner Amadeo. Is that still correct?
We believe it is.
Is it more than a belief? Is it factual?
It's only a belief.
Well, who would be on the hook for this if this state money doesn't come through?
Perhaps Governor Christie. I don't really know.
And what are we talking about in dollars?
What we're doing is looking back over the records of about 20-some years ago. We do not have precise figures, nor precise responsibility, but we are investigating it to see if any of those monies are still available for Margate's use.
Otherwise, it becomes an open-ended obligation for the general taxpayers of Margate?
Not necessarily. There are grants and applications that have been...
Are they currently being pursued?
Yes.
All right, sufficient.
Mention the grant we just received, $125,000.
We do have one grant awarded for $125,000, which is to study for mitigation purposes, but can be applied to help our dredging and flooding issues. So we do have some money granted, and we hope to have more money granted.
Any other public comment?
Steve Giesecke, 112 North Lancaster Avenue. In regards to the master plan that you discussed a little earlier, I'm not sure. I took the liberty of printing out something. I'm not sure how involved or what you, the commissioners know, how this Sustainable Jersey acts and how it helps, because I know that needs to be a sustainable element into the master plan. So I took the liberty of printing some of these things out. And if you want, I can email anybody that wants any of this. So hopefully it's helpful. I don't know. I just trying to do my part as a Green Team member to do some of the actions that will be required for this action for the master plan. A lot of these things we've already accomplished, which were a big help, like making the like with the education, adopted green purchasing policies, and some of the things that have already been done by the by Frank's department. So let me just drop this off to you.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks.
Joanne,
No, she'll put it on my desk.
Anyone else? Is there a motion to close public comment?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Johanna?
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes,
Is there a motion to adjourn the workshop meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes?
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Meeting's adjourned. We will convene 5.